Trust me, you have not seen anything like Amis come out of India. These were the words used by film director Anurag Kashyap to describe our film Amis, directed by Bhaskar Hazarik. And trust me, I had never seen anything like this happen to me in my life till the year 2019. That marked the turning point of my life when Amis, my debut film, where I played the lead, had its world premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival in New York City. The theme of the film was unique. It was based on forbidden love, repression, and desire. And with that take, it became a sensation at the film festival and was nominated in 5 categories, including my nomination as Best Actress. Yes, my debut film. Thank you. At that time, I was working as a faculty in a dental college in Guwahati. So one moment I was delivering lectures on root canals, and the other I was walking the red carpet in Manhattan, getting photographed by Getty Images and featuring in the Hollywood Reporter. A whirlwind of events followed soon after, and my root canal to the red carpet journey was something I held on to. The film traveled many national and international festivals, won a couple of awards, and I won a couple of them too. And soon after, interview requests and invitation for motivational talks followed. And soon after its release in India, social media was flooded with rave reviews, fan art, and I remember one of my friends even called to say, "Congratulations, you've become a meme now." And according to the internet, I was also dating someone. "Dr. Lecter, you found your match," it said. I had tasted blood. Well, almost literally for those who watched the film. And all this happened when I had just turned 40. It was surreal. You know, it may seem that all the success came through one film. But when I look back, it was actually a series of creative pursuits, one after the other, since my childhood, that prepared me to pour everything I had to that one opportunity that when it finally arrived. Opportunities don't come by every day, and they don't come when you expect them to or want them to. But if you had one opportunity today, are you ready to grab it? And by that, I don't mean the skills, the set of skills, but do you really have that mindset or the courage to grab it? Because that will happen only when you're prepared enough. Because in life, fortune favors the brave, but it also favors the prepared. And if today is that day that can change everything, the least you can do is be prepared and pour everything you have into it. Give it a thought. So my artistic journey began with me tapping into my natural inclination for dance, and I started with Odissi. And that was my grounding force, my foundation for 25 years. In the year 2000, Hotriya, the ritual dance form of Assam, was officially recognized as the 8th classical dance form of the country. It was a moment of pride, but for me, it felt like a calling. After all, it was my heritage, my roots, and I had to be a part of the journey, seeing Hotriya evolve out of the hotras or the monasteries to the grand stage. And I had seen Odissi take a similar path, and I had to take the plunge and shift my focus to Hotriya. I was fortunate to be trained under the legendary Guru Nrityacharya Jatin Goswami. He was very recently conferred the Padma Bhushan, and under him, some of the most exquisite and exotic creations in Hotria based on Hindu mythology with a contemporary touch was created. And with this, I traveled the country carrying the flag forward. I want to just quickly share a few pictures of the performances. These performances were based on characters like Draupadi, Ekalavya, Shurpanakha, Shikhandi. So Hotria became my new canvas where I could dream bigger, I could push the boundaries while keeping the essence intact. The point here is, my plunge into Hotria was an act of embracing change that led to deeper artistic discovery. In life, when you embrace change in a direction that allows you to grow in the present, you also allow yourself to evolve better, to invite new opportunities, and to foster personal growth just the way Hotria did for me. My love for dance, however, did not limit me to trying other passions. I was fortunate to be born in a family where art was valued, and to grow up alongside immensely talented sisters who have shown me the way. I found music through my mother and medicine through my father, who inspired me to become a doctor. I pursued films and theater, and that became a part of my journey. And in the long, uncertain days of COVID, I stumbled upon yet another creative outlet, and that is gardening. And that became my sanctuary, a place where I could nurture life and find peace. So today I see myself as an actor, a dancer, a singer, a doctor, a mother, yes, that requires constant creation, and a plant parent. And people often ask me, what led you to explore so many different creative fields instead of just sticking to one? And my answer to that is, I would often get stuck or lose motivation doing just one thing. And every time that happened, I would shift focus to another field, taking it as an opportunity to learn something new while waiting for things to fall into place the other. Life flourishes through versatility. Rather than forcing something which is not coming together, trust that what inspired your passion once is going to come back to you when the time is right. It is not about giving up. It is about taking the pause and letting things fall into place. And when you do that, you align yourself to the rhythm of the universe and to what is meant to be. A very important thing which I have learned from the creative journey is resilience and vulnerability. And I would like to share another picture of my dance performance, because I believe this posture in Hotria, which is called the Harbhanga, literally translating to breaking bones. No, I mean, we don't break bones trying to do this, but we definitely break certain mental boundaries. So this pose, according to me, I believe, embodies the perfect mindset when you're into a creative process. Much like the Nataraja's cosmic stance, one foot firmly planted on the ground stands for the power of resilience, holding one's ground despite challenges, and the other raised foot stands for change. It stands for surrender and a willingness to, embrace vulnerability. Art is a delicate balance between resilience and vulnerability. So much in life too, like the Harbhanga pose, it is an intricate dance between resilience and vulnerability, knowing when to stand your ground and knowing when to let go. Trusting that even in the most broken moments, there is beauty, balance, and the possibility of flight. But there is no guarantee that the creative pursuit you have taken up is going to be successful. I never ventured into films expecting anything, yet it ended up giving me so much. And I remember every day, starting from the time when I was offered the role, to the workshop, before the shoot, and even the first call of action, that remains as a beautiful memory in my mind. The challenges, the breakthroughs, and the joy of working with such a talented team makes every memory special. And all this, I'm sure, wouldn't have happened if I would have embarked on the journey with a baggage full of expectations. So in life, if we start something without expecting anything, we open ourselves to growth, and we allow ourselves to enjoy the process, to discover new things, and to make the most of the experience. But we are human, right? We want things to work out. And when things do work out, we want the permanence of it. We want it to stay. We want it to remain even when we are gone. So one very important thing about embracing impermanence in our life, I'd like to share another picture. That's Lady Gaga, playing the character of Harley Quinn in Joker Folie à Deux. Some of you must have seen it. So if you look closely, this is actually a hyper-realistic cake, sculpted by a friend, Carla Puig. So I'm almost always intrigued by how much of passion, precision, and artistry goes into making these sculptures, knowing that they will not remain, knowing that they'll vanish in no time. And when I asked Carla how she deals with the impermanence of her work, she had a very interesting take on creativity and transience. She said that she actually likes the fact that her sculptures don't last. Because being a perfectionist, every time she sees her old work, she can see all the mistakes. And every new sculpture for her is an opportunity to start again, to improve on what came before, and to discover and create something new. Carla's quest for perfection is her fuel to embracing the impermanence. Well, maybe the good part is somebody gets to eat cake and go gaga over it. So in life, if we can embrace impermanence, we will look forward to new experiences, growth, and new possibilities. One of the very important takeaways from any creative process is overcoming the fear of failure. If you let failure hold you back, you will end up living a life that is too small, too safe. If I would have been happy doing a 9-to-5 job only, I would have never met my moment of glory the way I did. Failure is actually a very essential tool to success, because every failed attempt carries a lesson, a redirection, and an opportunity for growth. So, failure is actually a feedback, because that is what redefines your path and reshapes you as a person for the success that is waiting for you. Recognizing creative opportunities is something which I have truly valued, because as somebody who has had the opportunity of being in a creative process, I can tell you that the real magic lies when you tap into that inner creative spark and push the technical, rational, and practical boundaries, because that is what is going to lead to the next breakthrough. And that breakthrough is something that is required to change the world. So today, before I end my talk, I would like to give you a creative opportunity. If you would please raise your left hand this way. You open up your fingers. Right hand in the fist. Yes, thank you. Stick out your index finger of your right hand. Bend it. Can you just put it together this way? Yes. As though you're knocking, and move your fingers. Does it mean something to you if you look at it? Yes, it is. And see, I can see so many smiling faces. We all have the power to make the world smile. So start creating. You know why? Because the world is waiting for what only you can offer. So what are you waiting for? Thank you.